and welcome to a brand new Manuel Graphics video tutorial. Today in this tutorial we'll be learning how to make some cool low poly islands. This was going to be last week's tutorial, but due to some recording issues it didn't eventually go out on the channel. So there's going to be two videos posted today, two tutorials for you guys, so sit back and enjoy. So we're going to be making these cool low poly islands in Blender. We'll just be covering the modeling and the materials. The lighting and the camera's layout will not be covered. Okay, so to start off, we're going to delete the default cube and lamp. And we're going to add a cone with the vertices of 16 and the base fill type of triangle fan. We're going to then rotate it on the x-axis 180 degrees. And we're then going to enter edit mode, and we're going to subdivide this twice. And now we're going to make it look low poly. It looks low poly, but we're going to make it look more, give it some textures and stuff. So to start off, we're going to go to our textures panel over here, click new, click noise as the type, and we'll leave it like that, and we'll just call it low poly distort. And we'll go to our modifiers tab, and we're going to add a displace modifier with the texture on low poly distort. And as you see, we've got a very abstract look to this. We're just going to lower the mid-level so it actually keeps its form, and lower the strength to around 0.3. That looks really good. The next step is we're going to add a Decimate Modifier, and we're going to lower that quite a bit, just to make it look not too detailed. We want it something like that. Now, one thing we can do to make it look a bit more interesting is we can go into face select mode down here and hit C on our keyboard and select different areas, then hit O to enable proportional editing, and we can just do some scaling and rotating, and you can do this on multiple bits. Scale, rotate, scale, rotate, and as well up here we can scale, give it a bit of a rotate, so we can get pretty abstract looking mountain. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to edit the top very much. I'll just select all of the top. And just give that a bit of a rotate on an angle like that. So there we go. That's basically our island modeled. Now, the next step is our trees. Well, the tree. So we're going to call this an island. Leave it like that. So to model the trees, I used a cube. I scaled it down, entered edit mode, vertice, select mode, and scale. Disable proportional editing for this. And just E to extrude, shrink, G to move it. E to extrude, shrink, using S, and G to move it. And I think I might just lower that a bit. And E to move, scale. There we go. The tree, that's the basic trunk. Now to model the branches, what I did, I made a cut, put it up here, and I'm going to select those two, E to extrude, scale, E to extrude, G, scale. That's one branch. The next branch I'm probably going to have coming out here. Actually, where am I going to get it from? Yeah, we'll have one. I'm gonna have a branch coming out from here. Where is my vertex? Let me just position this back where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna have one coming out from around here, scale it, G. Sorry about that, seems just a Twitter thing. That doesn't look right. Seems I didn't select that. So from here, it's going to select those, G, bring it down like that, and I'm going to have one more branch just coming out from this side, scale it down, G, move it up, G, okay, I quite like this tree. It's starting to look quite nice. So, now we've modelled the trunk. I'll leave it there. You can make it as detailed as you like, but I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to add the branches. And to do the branches, I just added a icosphere. I scaled it down, and I added a Decimate Modifier to around there. Click apply on this one, and what I did, I scaled them down to very low, and I hit G to move them, Shift D to duplicate, and position them where the branches meet. So there. Now, as you see, that's not their proper place, and then I would just move them. Go to top view and move them over where they're meant to be. Now I'm going to get to work on scaling them, so scale them up to the size you like. Okay, that looks quite good. Now I'm just going to make some smaller ones. Just so we can get some more leaves. You don't have to add as many as I'm doing in this one. This is quite a detailed looking tree, so it needs lots of branches. So I've seemed to position all of these leaves, and that seems our tree is done. I'm just going to hit B, click all of it, join. Actually, before I join, we need to rotate these. Just so they have a different look, each one. There we go. Now we can hit B, select them all, click join. And this is our tree. So that's our tree done. And the last thing is the water, but we'll do that. Actually, we'll do that now. So we're going to do the island. I'll just make it visible. Select our tree, pull it up. Where would I like my tree? I need to think where I want my water as well. So I'm going to have my water running down there. So I'll move my tree up the stream, plonk it down, and just give it a rotate. And I'll also make another one. I'll move it on the opposite side, like so. I'll make it a bit smaller as well. A bit more small. Something like that. It's a shrunk tree. Now for the water. To do the water, there was probably a better way to do it, but this is the way I did it. I got a cube, I brought it up, I flattened it, brought it in, flattened it, not that much, and then I brought it out long ways like that. I pushed it down again and scaled it again, and I'm going to rotate this one. I need to bring it to scale on the y-axis, like so, and that would be the water almost done, basically. Now, for the next step, just pull these back so it fits in nicely. Now, edit mode, hit E to extrude. After you've selected the face, rotate on the x-axis. On the y-axis, like so, pull it out like so, and hit E. We'll do the same on the other side. Rotate on the y-axis, E to extrude, G to move it, and I will just move it all the way down, scale at the end. That's the water. Now we need to just hit A to select it all, subdivide it a few times. We're going to add the Displace Modifier. We're going to turn the strength to like 0.1. And we're then going to add the Decimate Modifier, and we're going to put that super low. Like that. Just so it still has that depth we want, like that. Might make that 0.05 actually, it's a bit strong. There we go, and that's the water. So, we'll just call this water. And now for the materials. For the materials for this one, we'll do the island first. We'll go into the cycles render, click new. For the just ground, we're just going to select a grey brown, like that one. And then we'll go grass. I want something like that for the grass. And for the grass, I just assign it to the top like that, and other sections. So I'll get my face select and hit C. There we go. For the water, we'll just go into our compositor since it's just easier to do the node stuff. We'll give it a new, call it water. For the thing, we had a mix shader. Plonk that there, diffuse. We have a transparent. Ooh, bang. The diffuse is connected to a color ramp, a gradient texture, and then a texture coordinate. Now, I went from a mild blue to a mild greeny teal color to a blue. And so straight there. And let's have a look at the preview. Yep, that's pretty good, I have to say. Okay, now, here I made an error. I joined the trees up when I shouldn't have. So, to do the tree, I'm going to have to... Okay, I figured out a way I can do it. So I'll make a trunk color. Like a grey. Then I'll make a leaves color. Something like that orange. Okay, from here I'm going to hide everything else. And just do this tree. Okay, to do the trees, basically what I stuffed up here, you do not join the icospheres and the trunk. You leave them completely separate until you've done the materials. So you all know how to do that by now, hopefully. But yeah, sorry about that. I made a big mistake. And that's how to model a low poly island in Blender. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and I shall see you in my next video.